Life Audio.
Welcome to the Crosswalk Devotional. We're glad to have you listening with us. Today's topic is how God wants us to encourage one another as we live our faith day by day. We'll return with the devotional after a brief message from our sponsors.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while paying for overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is an alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to health insurance with a biblical solution. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. That's chministries.org/wellness.
You know, the Bible tells us, I will bless those who bless you. That's not just a nice sentiment, it's biblical prophecy. And it's a commandment from God, it's a calling, and right now we're called to act. The teachings of the New Testament are deeply intertwined with the Hebrew Scriptures. As Christians, we are called to honor and respect this shared heritage. The Apostle Paul reminds us in Romans 11:18, do not consider yourself to be superior to those other branches. If you do, consider this. You do not support the root, but the root supports you. Supporting the people of Israel is more than a belief. It's a biblical mandate. By partnering with the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, IFCJ, we can live out this calling together. Just as the fellowship blesses God's children, we know that you will be blessed too. Learn more about the fellowship and how you can live out your faith, bless Israel, and be blessed in return. Visit ifcj.org today. Again, that's ifcj.org. Be the blessing, live the word, answer the call.
Encourage one another, written and read by Whitney Hopler. Therefore, encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing. 1 Thessalonians 5:11 NIV. My dad, Jim, is grateful for many friends, and one of his friendships stands out to me. Dad and his friend Hibbie bonded as young boys whose fathers had passed away. Both of them had to deal with the grief and challenges of not having their fathers while growing up. They encouraged each other and built each other up day by day. By the time Hibbie passed away at age 87, he and Dad had celebrated about 80 years of friendship. I'm inspired by how Dad and Hibbie leaned on each other, shared their burdens, and strengthened one another for nearly a lifetime. That's what the Bible urges us to do in 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Life is hard in this fallen world. We face many challenges, but we're not meant to go through our challenges alone. God has given us a powerful gift, each other. God calls us to encourage one another. That means giving each other courage through kind words and actions. Encouragement is often simple, but it's significant. God will send His power flowing through our lives when we speak encouraging words in our conversations or write them in our texts and cards to each other. When we show up for one another and help meet one another's needs, our efforts will make a positive impact because God will bless our actions. Encouragement matters because it reflects God's love for people. Throughout the Bible, God shows His love for people through encouragement. When we encourage other people, we're showing them God's love in action. That's powerful. Encouragement can change people's paths through life for the better by pointing them to the hope God offers. It can give them the faith to believe they matter, or the strength to face something that's especially challenging for them. It also draws people closer together. When we encourage others, we're building relationships by creating trust and showing that we care. Encouragement is also powerful because it multiplies. The more we encourage people, the more they can pass it on by encouraging other people they know. Encouragement spreads like light, brightening the lives of everyone who experiences it in our homes, workplaces, churches, schools, and communities. So encouragement is a powerful way for us to bring light into the darkness of this world. The Apostle Paul understood that when he wrote this verse to people in the Thessalonian churches. They were facing many challenges in their lives at the time, and Paul knew that they needed to be reminded of God's love for them. Paul didn't just teach them the truth, he told them to encourage one another with it. He also wrote, just as in fact you are doing, to let them know that he saw and appreciated their efforts. God calls us to make encouragement an ongoing lifestyle rather than only a one-time choice. Just like Jim and Hibbie encouraged each other throughout the decades, we're called to encourage the people in our own lives whenever we can. Think of people in your life right now. Who's struggling with something? Who's especially stressed or lonely? Who might need someone to tell them, I see you and I believe in you? Your encouragement could be the reason someone doesn't give up today. You need encouragement too. So don't hesitate to let your trusted friends know when you could use encouragement about anything you're facing right now. Ask them to pray for you and help you with what you need. God has designed us to support and strengthen each other. When we encourage one another, our faith can grow stronger because we're helping each other find hope through God. God's love flows through our lives to meet all of our needs when we encourage each other. Let's do our best to encourage one another, just as Jim and Hibbie did, day by day. Intersecting faith and life. As you consider how important it is to encourage one another, reflect on these questions. Who in your life has encouraged you the most? How did his or her encouragement help you in your relationship with God? Who is someone in your life right now who might need encouragement? How can you reach out to that person today? Who can you turn to for support when you need encouragement yourself? What's one way you can make encouragement a daily habit in your family, with your friends, at work, at church, and online? Further reading. Hebrews 10:24-25, Proverbs 12:25, Romans 15:2, Galatians 6:2, Isaiah 41:10.
The Crosswalk Devotional is a production of Life Audio and Salem Media. If you liked what you heard today, please take a second to rate and review this podcast in your favorite podcast app so that more listeners like you can find the show. For more faith-filled, inspirational podcasts, visit us at lifeaudio.com.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than just money. We help you put your plans into motion and faith into action so you can do more for the ones in your heart. Because sometimes all you need to make a difference is someone to help you make it happen. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.